Hey folks, how's it going? We were checking out more Red Dwarf. Hopefully you guys had a fantastic day. Enjoyed the last episode, man. I thought it was a really good end to season 4. Rimmer killing off an entire race of sentient droids. I know Lister said something like that, like I know they broke their programming, which means they're alive, like they're self-aware, and you're gonna send them off the war to kill each other. And Rimmer was completely fine with it. He was just treating it like a game of Risk, like he didn't care. I was thinking the last 4 episodes of season 4, they took like a 1 episode gap between like not showing how like crummy Rimmer is, but barely, you know, because when the white hole thing was gonna happen, he refused to sacrifice himself, which I get it. Even if he's a hologram, that's a difficult thing to do. So I can't really knock him for that. The white hole one was more like jokey. Holly's increased IQ, the annoying toaster, Lister playing pool with planets, things like that. Like the Justice episode, Crichton had to prove Rimmer's innocent by showing how dumb he is. In the Dimensional Jump episode, episode 5, show what Rimmer could have been, and he said he traveled like 1,000 parallel universes and something like that, and the Rimmer he met in this universe was the worst one. And then the last episode, he kills an entire race of sentient droids. I don't know, it was just like 3 episodes showing how dinky and selfish Rimmer is, you know? I mean, every episode, Rimmer kind of shows himself, you know? He does something like dinky or rude or selfish or something like that. I can't think of any that were like really focused on Rimmer like those previous 3, you know, like hardcore. Because I believe the DNA episode, it was like a curry monster there on the ship. I know Rimmer kind of ran off to kind of save himself, but I don't recall him doing anything else besides that. I have to look at it again. And if I remember the Camille episode correctly, they all somewhat reacted the same. It was just this creature who became their deepest desire and said whatever they wanted to hear, you know? I don't remember Rimmer doing anything too intense with that. I mean, was the Borg in that one? No, the Borg wasn't in that one. I think the Borg was in the the Borg was in the Justice episode because he used the Justice field to like defeat it. So yeah, man, Justice, Dimensional Jump, and Meltdown were the episodes that Rimmer were like, you know, seemed like he was like poked fun of the most, you know? Being called the worst Rimmer in 1,000 parallel universes, being called an idiot to save his life. In the last episode, he killed off an entire race of sentient droids. So yeah, those 3 episodes pretty heavy on Rimmer. So yeah, man, let's just go ahead and jump into this one, folks, and we'll talk about it more at the end.
The time for joy, for laughter. Don't you see? Whatever this crazy old world frozen is now, it doesn't matter. None of it.
Barney, we can never.
Oh, my darling, you're wrong.
He's disgusted.
Ugh.
Wasn't that just beautiful? Oh, well recommended, sir. Do you think they ever get back together again?
I don't know.
Wasn't it just wonderful, though, sir? The way he sacrificed his career, his dreams, everything for the woman he loved.
I thought it was the worst pile of blubbery schoolgirl muck I've ever been compelled to endure. I consider it an insult to my backside that it was forced to sit here growing carbuncles through such putrid adolescent slush.
You didn't find it uplifting?
It wasn't in the least bit uplifting. It was totally unbelievable. Why would he give everything up for a woman he's never going to see again?
Because she loved him, and he would have that forever. Isn't that right, sir?
Personally, I thought it started well but fell apart. All the stuff with the ducks all getting into trouble, that was great. Then it all went black and white and I fell asleep.
But sir, that was the cartoon before the main program.
No.
Hang on, chaps, I've got a blip.
Aw.
Quarter 4, sector 492.
I'm onto it right away, Holly. Sir, I'm picking up some kind of energy emission. They've taken Mr. Rimmer. Sir, they've taken Mr. Rimmer.
Quick, let's get out of here before they bring him back.
Oh man, Cat's great.
I hope we didn't startle you. Nirvana Crane.
You touched me. I can touch.
This entire ship, its crew, and everything on it is computer generated.
You're all holograms, even the ship?
Salut.
Salut. How big's the crew?
It's a
Just
pretty
under
cool looking ship.
2,000. All top flight personnel.
What a ship.
Floor 3125. Sports and sexual recreation.
Sports and what?
Sex. Don't you have a sex deck on your ship?
No.
Well, what do you do when you want to have sex?
Well, we go for runs. And watch gardening programs on the ship's vid.
That's very bad for you. Don't you ever feel tense or frustrated?
Well, it's got worse these last 10 years or so, I can't deny it.
Extraordinary. It's quite different here. In fact, it's a ship regulation that we all have sexual congress at least twice a day. It's a health rule.
Twice a day? That's more than some people manage in a lifetime. I mean sad, lonely people. But what happens if you don't have a partner? Well, I mean, some people, sad, lonely people, find that people just aren't attracted to them in that kind of way.
I don't understand. Here it is considered the height of bad manners to refuse an offer of sexual coupling.
Well, people have always complimented me on my good manners. What a ship!
There is no risk of disease or pregnancy. That is why in our society, we only believe in sex. Constant, guilt-free sex.
Poor Mr. Rimmer. I fear he is in great danger.
I'm trying to get into
Who's not gonna
handshake,
come
but
back?
they're not responding on any frequency.
What have we here? A human being, or a very close approximation. Chronological age, mid-20s. Physical age, 47. Grossly overweight, unnecessarily ugly. Otherwise would recommend it for the museum. Apart from that, of no value
Damn.
or interest.
Listed as a red dwarf.
Commander Randy Navarro, IQ 194.
The second technician, Arnold Rimmer, IQ unknown. Captain, this is a magnificent ship.
So it should be, Mr. Rimmer. After all, it was designed to carry the hologrammatic cream of the Space Corps. Every crew member is the top gun in his or her field.
It really is a cool looking
What
ship,
you're
man.
suggesting is immoral
Makes me like
and
crystals.
illegal. Mind patching is outlawed.
But it is possible.
Possible, but highly dangerous. The side effects can be devastating. You could be reduced to a gibbering simpleton.
Reduced?
I don't care. I'm prepared to take the chance.
Even if it costs you your mind. It's a small price to pay.
Oh no.
Look, on that ship, I can touch, I can feel,
Oh,
I can
bless him.
taste. I'm not a half man anymore. With them, I'm whole again.
Remember they're a bunch of arrogant, pompous, emotionally weird, stuck-up megalomaniacs? Do you really think you're going to fit in with them?
I mean, you will be joining a society where you will be compelled to have sex with beautiful, brilliant women twice daily on demand. Now, am I really the only one here who finds that just a little bit tacky? Well, quite clearly I am.
Oh no.
Sir, I've uploaded the two candidates to be inserted into your mind. Sir, we've received the coordinates. Perhaps we should be making tracks?
Cry 10.
Oh no.
Just thinking. Assuming, of course, we're not dealing with five-dimensional objects in a basically Euclidean geometric universe, and given the essential premise that all geomathematics is based on the hideously limiting notion that 1 + 1 = 2, and not as Ostermeyer correctly postulates that 1 and 2 are in fact the same thing observed from different precepts. The geometrical shapes described by Sidus must therefore be
God
a
bless him.
polydried dodecaedron, a hexasexahedroadicon, a dibidolihedecadodron. Everything else is poppycock, isn't that so?
Oh my
I've got
god.
palindromic haiku.
How did he remember those lines, dude?
I'm afraid we don't speak Japanese, sir.
I could translate it into Mandarin for you.
Are there any questions that you'd like to ask us?
I just want to get one thing clear in my mind. This is an opportunity to be revived as a hologram and become a part of the crew. And the crew is you three. Basically, you spend your time salvaging derelict spaceships, playing poker and eating curries.
We don't do that much salvaging.
But you do sound like you eat a lot of curries.
We don't eat curry every night, if that's what you think. In fact, I remember quite clearly last June, Mr. Lister had a pizza. You remember?
Yeah.
And you didn't like it. But then I poured curry sauce all over it, and
Oh.
he just yummed it up.
And the all-night poker sessions, is it always strip poker?
Oh, how much curry he's had.
So, and this probably sounds like a stupid question, you don't really have much interest in horse riding or ballet?
Fine by us, as long as we can have a curry afterwards, we're cool. But of course, there's one or two people that we have to see, but in theory, if we offered you the post of replacement hologram, would you accept?
Look, I'm not much good at big speeches, and I know I haven't always been an easy guy to get on with. And I know that given the choice, I probably wouldn't have chosen you as friends. But I just want to say that over the years, I have come to regard you people I met. I just better go, okay?
Oh great.
See you, Smeghead.
Transfer.
Transfer.
It's people I met. This dude.
Here are your quarters, Mr. Rimmer.
There must be some mistake. These are Commander Crane's quarters.
Oh, didn't you know? She was your opponent.
Well, he didn't recognize her because he had the brain download when he was doing it? Okay. I guess it makes, yeah.
Navigation Officer Rimmer reporting, sir.
Arnold, welcome aboard. I trust everything's to your
Permission to speak, sir. I wish to resign my commission, sir.
Resign. May I ask your reasoning, please?
Flight Commander Crane has taken leave of her senses and fallen in love with me, sir.
Love? Surely not. Commander Crane is far too intellectually advanced to submit to a mere short-term hormonal imbalance.
That's why she withdrew from the challenge and allowed me to win, sir.
Mr. Rimmer, what you are suggesting is that somehow she cared more for your happiness than she did for her own life.
Am I? Yes, sir. I suppose I am, sir.
And now you are doing something equally unfathomable, resigning so that she can be reinstated, even though here you could have everything, a position of command, an effective physical presence, everything.
Perhaps you'd be kind enough to pass this note on to her, sir.
I understand your gesture, but really your resignation solves nothing. After all, the two of you will still be apart.
Permission to return to Red Dwarf, sir. Oh, and sir, you're wrong. We won't be apart. We just won't be together. I cannot believe I just said that.
Oh, shit. No. Alright, dude. That was a nice little callback to like the movie earlier. Looks like Rimmer has a little bit of a heart, man. He actually fell in love and sacrificed something for somebody else. That's unlike Rimmer for sure. I did love the goodbye he gave them, though. Regardless, people I met. That was great. Kat had some really good jabs in this one as well, man. She made scheduled sex sound terrible. Like, first it sounded like this great thing where you get to, like, you know, sleep with anybody and it's this open relationship type thing and everything. And then she said they talk about research and stuff while they're doing it. I'm like, dude, what's the point? Why? Oh no, that sounds terrible. God bless him. I guess that's why she fell in love, because it was more intimate as opposed to the mechanical sex she's used to. Probably just treated like a pressure release valve. I really like the ship, man. It was like a crystal design. I thought that was awesome. But yeah, man, I enjoyed this episode. Great start to season 5, dude. Kat had some really good jabs in this one towards Rimmer. Alyssa talking crap to the hologram that showed up on the ship. Just in general, a good episode, man. And I thought it was cool that they showed that Rimmer actually has like a heart. He sacrificed something for somebody else, which is something he wouldn't usually do. I just said at the beginning how like 3 episodes were just showing how crummy Lister is, and this was showed that he actually had, you know, he showed some heart, some self-sacrifice, man. That was cool. That was cool to see that. Did I accidentally say Lister? I don't know, I mess up sometimes. Sometimes I accidentally say Lister instead of Rimmer. His goodbye was terrible. But it was still great. I like the goodbye. Like, yeah, man, that is it, guys. That is all for this one. Hopefully you guys are happy, safe, and healthy. I'll see you in the next one. Later.